Fire Emblem. Engage.
Hello, Ancient Well lovers, this is Keb. Just when I thought I had finally found XS, the darkness settled in, and now it seems that I'll be all alone again for Chapter 13 of this Fire Emblem Engage Anything Goes Maddening LTC. This chapter features the second Fog of War map in the game, and it is way more challenging than the first. Not only is this map gigantic, it's also half covered in water. And to top it all off, the two bandit bosses are really annoying to deal with. They both have 2 lives, and one of them has 2 range via Tomahawk, whereas the other has a Brave Axe and some insane bulk. This is a job that only our all-star Chloe can handle, and she needs a chicken to do it. We gave her a single arena to reach level 4 Wyvern for a strength proc, before reclassing her into a sword Griffin Knight and giving her the remaining 2 arenas. Aside from killing the bosses, the biggest difficulty here is distance. To get within boss range, Chloe has to travel 38 tiles from her deployment slot. Thanks to Boots, Raging Storm, Canter, and Rewarp, Chloe can move 23 tiles by herself. The remaining 15 tiles will have to be made up for via stabs, which is why we've deployed 7 staffers plus 1 onigiri. As for actually killing the bosses, Chloe can do it over 2 enemy phases and 1 player phase if she uses Raging Storm. However, as I just mentioned, Chloe really needs to use Raging Storm earlier in order to even reach the bosses. The solution lies once again within our almighty Ancient Well. Up until this point, we've only cared about the stabs, boosters, and SB books from the well. However, thanks to 100% drops, we've also quietly amassed a sizable asset portfolio in the form of expensive sellable weapons. We could certainly do something noble with all this wealth, such as make a big donation to charity. And a big donation was indeed made. Except instead of a charity, we decided to give 90,000 gold to Elusia, a nation that we are currently at war with, because strategy. Our treasonous actions have rewarded us with the Nodus staff, which is given at Elusia donation level 5. Nodus is an S-rank staff that completely refills all allies' engage meters, which will be the key to letting Chloe use Raging Storm 2 turns in a row. Besides padding our enemy's war chest, we've also donated to Solm level 4 for the increased ore multiplier on the next 4 maps. Our spending spree doesn't stop there either, since we also bought a Killing Edge and refined it all the way up to +5 for Chloe to use. All said and done, these battle preps cost us north of 140,000 gold. That's fine, because turn saves are priceless. Or maybe they're worthless. Anyways, to conclude Somnial preps, we engraved Chloe's Killing Edge with Lucina to help with dodging. We also forged the Micaiah Folkvangr to +1, which Alear will use to play an important supporting role during the clear. Alear and Chloe inherited speed +3, and Ivy inherited speed +2 to meet some benchmarks. Finally, Chef Yunaka whipped up another batch of rustic eggs to give +3 strength and +2 defense to the whole army. Back to our battle preps, we've given Lyn to Alear and Lucina to Ivy. Ivy was trained all the way up to Bond 10 for Parthia access, since this is a rare opportunity for her to get double XP. The Brodian Sages minus Jade have all been given the necessary staffs to send Chloe forward. Our newest member, Pandreo, has taken the Nodus staff. As a high priest, he can use S staves at base, which literally only matters for Nodus. And finally, to finish off battle preps, Chloe reads another book to gain 2 decks, and under Chloe's peer pressure, Ivy snorts her first Spirit Dust of the run to join the performance-enhancing drug squad. With all of that out of the way, let's get into this 2-turn clear. First, Diamant walks to the edge of vision and rescues Chloe before cantering 1 tile to the left. This brings Chloe 5 tiles closer to the bosses and also sets up a little rescue boosting station that our other staffers can use. Amber grabs the rescue staff from Diamant and rescues Alear to the right thanks to the boost from Diamant and Chloe. It may seem strange that we're sending Alear forward as well, but it will all make sense in a few moves. Finally, Amber canters out of the way to make room for Ivy, who rescues Pandreo to the middle of the party. Citrinne then warps Chloe 5 tiles closer to the boss before cantering out of the swordmaster's range. At this point, our master tactician Alear has realized a major problem with the plan. The idea is for Chloe to get warped 1 more time by Pandreo before full moving and using Raging Storm, but there's no available target in sight. So, Alear full moves herself and rewarps forward, praying for a miracle. Her prayer is answered in the form of the sword flier, who was previously hidden in the fog. Finally, Pandreo warps Chloe forward another 5 tiles, completing the 15 tile staff requirement. Chloe engages and Raging Storms the flyer that was bravely revealed by Alear. After a canter, another full move, a rewarp, and a final canter, Chloe will enter the boss's range. If I had a nickel for every time a sword flyer has shown up out of nowhere to enable a 2-turn clear by being a canter target, I'd have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it happened twice.
Anything
To
for
wrap up
you.
the first player phase, we have Marin ship a nearby fighter before moving Panette in position to bait him on the enemy phase.
Verily.
Tamara dyes her hair blue before grabbing us the Seraph robe from the nearby village. This first enemy phase is quite precarious and unreliable for Chloe, which is expected. I mean, she's literally on the other side of the map, by herself, surrounded by enemies. But don't worry, I'm sure that, with the power of $30 and the watering hole on her side, our star will outshine all of these bozos. First, Chloe has to dodge both bosses, which isn't too bad thanks to the Lucina engraving. We obviously can't counter the Tomahawk boss, but Chloe can kill the Brave Axe boss on counter with 1 out of 2 crits. Note that she's actually 1 attack over the threshold here, thanks to Yunaka's culinary prowess, but the full Killing Edge +5 gives extra crit and will be useful in future maps as well. Back to our other units, Ivy and Panette each earn a baby amount of experience by killing unpromoted enemies before Swordmaster brings Chloe all the way down to just 4 HP. Chloe crits him in the face in retaliation. By the way, why are these random corrupted enemies just fighting alongside these bandits? Was that ever explained in the story? In either case, at least they're a pretty good source of experience. Ivy counters a second corrupted Swordmaster above with perfect hit thanks to L-Surge. A few more flyers make some irrelevant attacks before a scary wyvern attacks Alear. Thanks to the Steel Great Axe's low hit and the Micaiah engraving, this guy only has 6 hit on the Divine Chicken. Alear's survival is still kind of shaky due to the other flyers also attacking her, but for the most part, she'll be fine as long as she dodges this wyvern. On turn 2, thanks to the chip from Folkvangr, Alear can score a promoted kill by finishing off the weakened wyvern with Lynn's killer bow. This kill gives Alear her first chicken level up, and it's a really good one. And now, the moment that we've all been waiting for. Pandreo casts Nodus, completely refilling Chloe's engaged meter. Silly bandits, it'll take way more than you lot to take down Chloe.
Got to hang on.
She engages once again, and finishes off the Tomahawk boss's first life with a dodge and a Raging Storm crit. This attack also pushes the boss to the left, which lets her finish off his last life with the Killing Edge before cantering out of the Elwyn Mage's range. Chloe will kill the remaining boss's last life on enemy phase. Back to the starting area, Kagetsu collects some XP by killing a flyer that attacked Pandreo. Thanks to the shielding art and Merrick Ring, the other enemies decided that Pandreo wasn't worth their time, which guaranteed his survival. Diamant recovers Ivy back to full health, which also nets him his first level up as a Sage. Not that I really expected all that much from Sage Diamant, but this first level up is trash. Ivy moves between Kagetsu and Diamant for emotional support, which steadies her aim and lets her absolutely style on this 82 avoid Swordmaster with a 100 hit Parthia kill. Thanks to 10 hit from each support and 20 hit from her personal skill, this thicket means nothing to Ivy. The Spirit Dust and Yunaka's Egg also gave her just enough damage to kill without needing any forges. Amber goes to comfort his lord by taking the Recover Staff and healing back Diamant's 1 HP, which brings him to level 2 as well. Surely Diamant feels better now that Amber and Ivy have both only leveled HP. Finally, Citrinne joins the pity party by taking the Recover Staff and using it on Amber. Citrinne is 3 XP short of a level up here, but she would have also only gained HP. Wrapping up the second player phase, Marin moves down 1 tile to provide 5 extra hit to Panette via her personal skill. After Panette kills the flyer, Tamara takes her hand axe away. We do this because a hand axe flyer will attack Panette on enemy phase, but this flyer isn't always in range to do so, depending on where they attacked Alear from on the previous enemy phase. Panette doesn't need the XP from this counter anyways, so we bring her down to 1 range to avoid taking unreliable XP. An Iron Blade sword fighter sees that Chloe is almost dead, so he foolishly moves before the boss and gets himself killed. Chloe needed to get hit by the Raging Storm sword flyer, the Swordmaster, and 2 boss chain attacks for this to happen. Finally, the remaining boss suicides his last life to a Chloe crit, clearing chapter 13 in 2 turns. I'll see you when I wake up. This darkness is making me sleepy.